Okay, it is Thursday, November 3rd. I am at Lifetime and I'm about to do some routine practice. I think today is going to be a pretty tiring practice. So last time I kind of worked on like a little bit of the flow and choreography of some of the pieces, but today I'm working on some of my bigger moves and more tiring sections. So I think today is going to be, I just tripped. I think today is going to be pretty hard actually. And I just discovered this other room in my gym. It's another studio and it's empty, which whatever, they're mostly empty. But the only reason I even knew this was here is because the normal studios that I practice in, they're upstairs like in the main gym. And they're like under construction right now. They're redoing the flooring. So there were signs that were like fitness studios in here. And so I was thinking like, I'm just gonna go practice on the basketball court, which out there. But when I walked into the basketball court, I realized there are actual studios down here. I'm like, do they do classes in here? Like I've never seen these rooms in my life. I've been a part of this gym for years. So now I'm like, this is like my new secret practice haven, even though I'm not gonna live here for very much longer. But I wish I would have known this. I wish I would have known about this room 2 years ago. Literally, it's been years that I've been practicing in the other room, and other people always walk in. And if you're a fitness competitor, you know, my skin, I've been peeling it. If you're a fitness competitor, you know, when people see you practice, they always just have questions. Oh, what about this? Oh, that's so cool. What do you do? Like, and it's just like, and it's fine. Like, it's cool that people are interested, but sometimes like you just don't, like you just want to practice. So I like that I have this secret room. Nobody's gonna bother me. So yeah, I haven't filmed all week. I filmed a couple random things, but this is really my first video, obviously talking this week. So after this, even though this happened before right now, like yesterday I had posing session with Sean, I'm gonna put that clip in after this. Not the whole thing, but just a little bit. I had a really good posing session. We just fine-tuned some of my footwork to make it a little bit more smooth, and then she helped me like find some consistency in my back pose. So last week I had said like, I think I found my poses. Really, that was just the side and the front, but she helped me find my back. So that's good because I looked at it and I was like, yes, that's what I need my back to look like. I knew it was there. I couldn't find it. So anyway, now back to practice. Hopefully it's a good one. It's Thursday night and I am just now getting around to my cardio. I meant to do it, or I wanted to do it earlier, but I just got a late start on my day. Sorry, the light, the shadow. I got a late start on my day and I just ended up running out of time. I had to have somebody come over and do a walkthrough of the house, selling the house and moving. So I don't think that I've talked about that on here a lot. Like I know that I mentioned like that gym in California, I was like, this is going to be a great gym to finish my Olympia prep, but I don't think I made it explicitly clear. We're selling our house and we're moving from Tennessee to California. So trying to get that done before Thanksgiving. So we had some contractors walk through today just to give an estimate on some of the repairs and stuff that need to be done. So anyway, all that to say, it's like 9 p.m. This is the second night in a row that I'm doing cardio late. I don't really like to do my cardio late. I like to do my cardio during the daytime. I don't necessarily like to do it early in the morning, but I don't like to have it be the last thing I do for the day, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I just ate. I really should not have eaten right before cardio, but whatever. It's not like I'm not gonna get sick or anything. So yeah, I got an hour. Gonna watch. I'm going to watch actually my podcast that I was on, and I'll put a link to that podcast also in the description of this. I was on the Weight Room podcast, which was kind of cool. I did that while I was in California. I don't know if you guys remember that episode that I was like, oh, I got to do this, got to do cardio, then I'm going to be on this podcast. Well, that episode dropped. So I'm actually going to watch that first. And if it's less than an hour, then I'll do the usual Fuad Abiyad media and do, the Real Bodybuilding podcast or Bro Chat or something. So yeah, I had a great practice today, but I will talk about that tomorrow, mostly because I don't want to waste any more minutes right now. I want to start my cardio so I can finish my cardio. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday. What's today's date? I don't know what today's date is. I'll know by the time I post this. We are 6 weeks out officially from the Olympia. I am making my pre-workout meal, trying something new here, with cream of rice and egg whites. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm already making it, so I don't have a choice. Okay, so they're not bad. They actually taste pretty good. The texture is not great. They're not all the way solid. They're kind of runny inside, but I also normally eat this runny, so it doesn't bother me. Okay, so I just got to Lifetime. So I am headed to practice. Hopefully there's nobody. I assume nobody will be in these rooms. Okay, so I am here at Freedom Plasma. I'm here to make some money so I can get a facial. Last time I was here, I don't know if I was dehydrated or something, but normally this goes really fast for me, and it was taking forever. They had to stick me multiple times, and it was super traumatic. I was going once or twice a week. I'm making hundreds of bucks every week, and I just quit after that. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not going back. And it's been months and months since I've been back, so I'm a little bit nervous that it's going to be just as traumatic, but I'm hoping not, because I need a facial. You have to answer all these questions just to make sure that you're safe to do what I'm doing. I am at the kiosk basically checking off that I haven't been to any of these countries. I haven't had to take this medication. I haven't, all these things. There's things that they're oh, have you done this? Is this current? You currently have a fever? No. In the past 3 months, have you used needles to take drugs? No. Okay. In the last 6 months, have you had a blood transfusion or body piercing? In the last month, have you been to jail? There's all these. Anyway, so that's what I do. Then they go test my iron. There I go.
You give me a call.
So I'm going. They had to stick me twice because I had a blood clot. Well, I'll explain when I leave. I probably shouldn't be on camera here. I think there's HIPAA laws about that. But we're going. Just pumping away. All for $100 so I can get a facial. I'm finally done. That took forever. It took 3 times as long as it normally takes me. I'm not going to show you guys, but we're done. Okay, I'm finally leaving. That took 2 hours. It normally takes me 30 minutes. I guess. So this actually happened to me last time. So I've done this maybe 5 or 6 times. And the first 3 or 4, it went so fast, 30 minutes. I was super fast. They were literally complimenting me on how fast it went. And they're like, oh my gosh, you have great veins. That's so fast. We've never seen it done this fast. And then the next time I did it, it kept stopping. And it kept saying no flow. Oh, they had to poke me a bunch of times. It was it sucked. And I like literally was crying. So I never went back. Now I came back and it's been several months and I'm thinking like, great, I'm lean again, I'm vascular again, I'm super hydrated. I worked out today, which even though on the thing it says not to work out, but I notice like, of course, when I work out, then I get a pump, like my blood flow is better. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go back. Same thing. It kept clotting and they pulled it out and there was a clot. It was like this long of, basically it looked like stretchy blood. Like it looked like blood. It was red, but it was thick and stretchy. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's so big. And I was like, do I need to see a doctor about that? And they're like, no, it's just like the fat content of your blood. Like once we pricked you, basically your blood started clotting, because that's what it does. When you get a cut, it clots so you will stop bleeding. And it just took forever. But I'm done. It took 2 hours. I mean, if you think about a job, I'm like $50 an hour. Like that's great. Like that is pretty good. I mean, not really for a personal trainer, but I don't know. I don't know that I'm going to do this again. It's so crazy because earlier in the year, I was like, this is the easiest money. It's so great. I'm going to do this twice a week. And then I had one bad experience. And then now 6 months later, I had like another pretty poor experience. I'm like, I need a new side hustle. All right, party people. Saturday evening, afternoon, whatever. I am back at Lifetime. Just here for some HIIT. So I think I've told you guys before, my cardio prescription is 60 minutes, LISS, low intensity steady state. Thank you. And then that's 7 days a week. And 2 days I also have 35 minutes of HIIT. So I'm back here to do some HIIT. I'm gonna do it with some skills work. Hold on. Okay, I had to check in, but I use my phone as my card, because on the app, like get in, and she's like, "You recording content?" Because it's like already on my phone is in my tripod. I'm like, yes, I am recording content. I'm one of those. All right, cardio's done. I'm at Kroger now. It's freezing. It's 61 degrees. I'm in long sleeves, but it's a light long sleeve, and I'm also in shorts. It's that time of year. One, it's chilly, like it's 61 degrees. But it's also getting close to my show, so my body fat's a little low. I mean, it ain't low enough. But, you know, as you start losing your body fat, you're already going to be colder. And then also, like, just the temperature is cold. So I got out of my car and I was like, whoa, it's super cold. This is so dramatic. So dramatic, but whatever, I don't care. Anyway, so I'm just at Kroger picking up some salmon and spinach. And cucumbers, because those are things that I need. Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday. I think it's the 6th. Yes, it's November 6th. I am sitting on my daughter's potty. It's also a step stool. She keeps it in the kitchen as a step stool because she's nosy and she wants to be on the counter and stuff. I just did my first cardio of the day. I have another one later. I did an hour. I have 35 minutes of HIIT again tomorrow or later today. I wish I would have done it earlier in the week. I want Sunday, the day before my check-in, to be the least amount of activity possible, just to like reduce the inflammation. So I wish I would have done my 2 a day, both of them. Like, I wish I would have had my second one done by now, but it is what it is. Now, I have had multiple skills practices this week, but the agreement or the understanding is that those do not count as cardio. Those are on top of my cardio. So, I mean, yesterday I did do a skills practice as my cardio, but that's because I ran it like a workout. Like, I did like my push fly. It was like every minute on the minute, basically. Where I would like run skills, like get tired, do it, then okay, take a break. Okay, now do it again, like run it, rep it. So I counted that as cardio, even though it was skills practice. But just because it's like, basically I did push flies instead of medicine ball slams or jump squats or jump ropes. Like I just did skills instead of exercises, which push-ups are exercises. So, but my other practices are like much slower paced. Like, I mean, my heart rate gets up while I'm running the section, but I also sit for much longer. Because I'm watching film back and I'm like trying to redo choreography, and there's a lot more time in between those heart rate spikes, and the heart rate spikes are also much shorter. So anyway, all that to say, I did practice my routine this week. I did do one set of skills as a hit, but I still have one more hit. So I'm just so tired. My legs are so sore. So I'm literally sitting while I cook my breakfast. It's crazy. Look at this chicken. So this is chicken breasts, and I seared them all on the stovetop, and then I put them in this baking sheet and then sauced them and baked them, and they look so good. I'm going to show you guys the sauces that I used. Okay, so one of my sauces, I used all of it, so I threw it away. So I used first, actually, okay, so this is the first one I used. I didn't actually use this flavor. I used just like the original barbecue. But so this, I'm using all these G Hughes sugar-free sauces. They're like 5 to 10 calories per 2 tablespoons. And I pretty much probably over all of the chicken use like 2 tablespoons per sauce. So I use this barbecue sauce, the G Hughes barbecue. Then I use this Caribbean jerk. This is wing sauce. I use that. This one is really good. And then I use the mango habanero, which is also really good. I also like to put this one on salmon. So yeah, this one's 5 calories per tablespoon, 10 calories per tablespoon, and 10 calories for 2 tablespoons. So like I said, I use probably a couple tablespoons of each on the whole thing. I will, as we get even closer, probably even stop using these, just because these are, it's only 5 to 10 calories, but when you're this close, like all of those calories do matter. So yeah, that is the chicken meal prep that I did. I already did turkey. We have rice already. And then most of my veggies I do are those frozen veggies. I also am on like cabbage right now. So I just cook, like saute some cabbage, throw it in. It's really good for volume eating, because that's what I do when I'm like really hungry. I'm like, I need a little bit more cabbage. Cabbage and water. That's what I get to eat when I'm hungry. So yeah, that's really that. I don't know if there's anything else I have to talk about. I did my check-in today. I had an extra check-in because I had a high day on Thursday. So I did that today. But actually, Haley's like having her bachelorette party weekend. And I actually got an out-of-office response from her. So I thought about that. I was like, she told me to check in on Sunday, but I don't think she's going to be working on Sunday. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I have another check-in tomorrow, so I'll post pictures from today and from tomorrow. And yeah, we're like 5.5 weeks out. My back is finally starting to look like something. I'm so excited. I mean, it definitely doesn't look the way that I want it to look at this point, but I'm also just trying to stay in my lane. I also think that I feel that way a lot because I'm seeing other people. But for myself, it's good. I just need to, again, work the plan, stick with the plan. My legs are so sore. I think I mentioned that this morning. I was like talking about how tired I was. So I don't know. I gotta figure it out. But if you are a bodybuilder watching this, you know how like just exhausted you get during prep, especially these last 5-6 weeks. So it's starting to hit me, but that also means we're almost to the finish line. Almost to the finish line. This prep went by so fast. And I'm not gonna like get into my entire prep wrap up right now. But I'm just like, okay, Andrea, 6 more weeks. Then if I get selected for the Arnold, that turns into December, January, February, March. So 3 months, so 12, maybe 13 or 14 weeks from the Olympia. Obviously, I likely won't be cutting that entire time. I probably will take a small maintenance break, but I mean, I assume I'll be cutting for at least 10 weeks because it's not like my conditioning is super tight. Like I want to come in tighter for that than I am for the Olympia. If I don't get picked, I'll go into a much longer, improvement season, because if I don't get picked for the Arnold, then I will apply for the UK Arnold because might as well. But if I don't get picked for that, I'm going to take all of the invitational shows off. If I don't get picked for the US Arnold, my next show won't be until next fall. I won't compete again until the fall shows. And I absolutely will do Ben Weider, Chattanooga, and Legion. Legion, I've been trying to do Legion for years. It was supposed to be my pro debut, then I got pregnant. And it just never times out properly. So anyway, all that to say, I have 5.5 more weeks. I have 5.5 more weeks. And then maybe another 12 to 13. Or maybe like I'll be, you know, off until next year. When I say off, you know what I mean? She needs me. I mean, progressing, because I don't think that I used my improvement season as wisely as I could have this year. So, anyway, that's that. Can you say bye-bye? Bye-bye. All right. Well, see you guys at check-ins. Good morning, everybody. It's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning or something on Monday. I just got up. I've been awake. Yeah. I've been awake for a little bit. Reagan. But we just got up. We finally got out of bed. So. Got bed? Yeah, out of bed. So Reagan's diaper has been changed. I'm just fixing my hair a little bit. I normally do my check-ins. Reagan, I normally do my check-ins with like whatever bed head I have. Like my hair's in a ponytail, great. If it's down, great. Like. No. Now that we're getting a little bit closer, Reagan, stop. I am trying to fine-tune, not really fine-tune, but just like make my check-in pictures a little bit better. You noticed the last couple weeks I've done it in my stage suit, last year's stage suit, instead of my posing suit, just because I feel like that's the most accurate representation of what I'm going to be wearing. And then now I'm also, this isn't exactly my hairstyle, Reagan. This isn't exactly my hairstyle. I'm going to do, I have a stage shot. I'll put it right there. So you see my hair has like those 3 little twists or braids or whatever. So that actually is the look that I will be doing. Just getting this. I hit a new low this morning, 134.4. I think I was 134.6 yesterday. I don't know. I have to check my spreadsheet. 134.4, which makes me feel, it's really weird because, so the scale is giving me feedback that says you're really close. But my body makes me feel like I'm not very close. And so it's weird because I'm like, yeah, 134, great. Like last year entering peak week, I was like 131. Like, so I'm only a few pounds off. But when I look at like how tight my body is, I'm like, you're more than a few pounds off. It's just very strange because if you're in bodybuilding, you know, the closer you get, the leaner you get, the bigger the changes look when they're actually really small. So for instance, when you're 20 weeks out and you have 20 pounds to lose, losing 5 pounds like doesn't really make a huge difference in your physique. When you have 20 pounds to lose, losing 5 pounds, like you pretty much look the same, just a little bit leaner. But in your last 5 pounds, when you're going from 11% body fat to 9.5% body fat, 5 pounds looks huge. It's like, oh my goodness, it's such a huge difference because like you just don't have as much weight to lose. So it's a bigger percentage of your weight loss. So I'm just thinking, trying to like keep myself calm, like, Andrea, you're only a few pounds off. Like, I know it looks like you're not even close, but you're only a few pounds off. But I will say that is one thing that's like scaring me, I guess, like trying not to get in my head about it, but like I'm 5.5 weeks out and I barely have any vascularity. Like when I get a pump, I have a little bit of vascularity, but I'm going to share another picture right there. That's like that's me about the same amount of weeks out now. That was Halloween last year. So yeah, a couple weeks ahead. Yeah, I mean, maybe 1 week further into prep than I am now, or like 1 week closer to the show than I am now. It's like in a week, I'm not going to look like that. I barely have any vascularity, which for me, I'm like, okay, you're obviously not that lean. Like if you're not getting vascular, like you're not that lean. So things like that do make me nervous. Like the number on the scale, the way my back looks, the way specifically my glutes and hamstrings look, and the lack of vascularity makes me feel like I'm not even close. But again, I still have 5.5 more weeks, and it's different because this is my only show this year compared to, last year when this is coming into my 4th show. So I'm just working the plan, eating the sheet, doing the cardio, which I'm, like I said, actually after I do my check-ins, I have to go do cardio. My routine looks and feels good. I'm going to get with Jacqueline on it. So, yeah. Hi, Reagan. She's in her mini pajamas. Anywho, everybody, I'm going to go take my check-in photos, then make this kid breakfast, and then do cardio. Good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday. It's video drop day. This is going to be the last video, I think. I am about to vote. It's election day. Line's not too long. I would have been in there like swimwear, but I got all the way to the school and didn't have my ID with me. Oh, this line's super short. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 10 people in line. So, polling place opened like 10 minutes ago. Like I said, I was here actually before they opened. But I realized I didn't have my ID with me, so I had to go back home. I was like 5 minutes away. But I'm here. Shouldn't be too long. Exercise your rights, people. If you're eligible to register. If you're eligible to vote. Okay, let's get into it. Wrap up of the week. It is so late in the day. I've had such a lazy day. I woke up, went to vote, did an hour of cardio, and then I went back to sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I slept for only a few hours, so I guess I was just really tired. But anyway, so check-in response from Haley. So I actually dropped 4 pounds from last week's check-in. I didn't realize that I had dropped that much weight, just because I never remember exactly what my check-in weights are. I weigh myself every day. So I dropped 4 pounds. I look really good. And Haley was really happy, and she was like, you look great, keep it up. And so my diet's staying the same, my cardio is staying the same, but now I have twice a week check-ins. I think just now that we're so close, we got to start really fine tuning and making sure that each of the manipulations do the things we want them to do. I don't know if we're going to do a practice peak or if we are just going to, she's obviously been giving me these refeeds and these high days, so she sees how my food responds to she sees how my body responds to some of these things. But I'm not sure if we're going to do a practice peak or what. But yeah, twice a week. So I'm going to do Mondays and Thursdays. So it is Tuesday. So in a couple days, I'll send her another check-in. We'll see what she says. But yeah, I feel good. I feel locked in. I had to have a little pep talk with myself yesterday. I have to have this pep talk with myself often. Of course, we all have goals. I said that I would love, I want to be in the top 15. That's really my goal, is to rank. But I would die to be in the top 10. But I've realized that even having that in my mind is kind of messing with me. So I'm just I'm taking it off the table. It doesn't matter. And in my self-pep talk that I had, and I made a caption about it on Instagram yesterday, but basically it was first off, there's always going to be someone better than you. Unless you're the world champion, there's always going to be someone better than you. So there's no need to worry about how many people are going to be better than you. And I also just had to give myself a reality check and just a reminder that one, you can only control what you can control. I can only show up how I show up. I can't worry about what other people are going to do, and it doesn't matter what other people are going to do. And the reality is that bodybuilding is so subjective that, like, you could lose to someone and then beat them the very next day. Like, it just depends. And this will be the last thing because I got to wrap up this video. But, like, you know, the example is Michelle. Michelle missed qualifying for the Olympia by 1 point. 1 point. If she would have gotten third or second, or first, obviously, but if she would have gotten third or second at Arizona, she would have had enough points and she would have qualified. But she got fourth. And the thing is, coming into the show, I think it was pretty well assumed that she would get second. I think everybody kind of assumed Tara was the favorite because Tara has multiple wins under her belt. She's already qualified. She just won, you know, the UK Arnold. So I think it was assumed that Tara was the favorite. But based on the competition history this year, Michelle, I think, was the favorite to get second. Michelle just beat Sally, Renee, and Karina at Chattanooga. She won the physique round at Chattanooga, and she beat all of them. So then, coming into Arizona, I would think everybody's, you know, 3 weeks improved. She didn't even get first call-outs. She won the physique round, including beating 3 of those people last competition, less than a month ago. And she comes into this one, not only doesn't get first call-outs, but gets beat by Karina and Sally, who, again, she just beat in Chattanooga. So it's like, you don't know what the judges are going to say on that day because the Chattanooga judges really favored Michelle. She was the better person that day. The Arizona judges did not favor Michelle. In fact, Karina, who got third, has been ranking near last all year long. And then came and got third in Arizona. And so it's like, you really just cannot place your stock in your rankings because it is so subjective. All you can do is do your best. And so I am actually really happy for Karina that she got third because she's like, has just such a pure and sincere like love and gratitude for the sport. And she literally said, she's like, even though I got last place, she's like, I still just like have fun. I got to hang out with my fitness sisters. I got to travel. I got to perform. Like, I love performing. And she was just so grateful. And I think like the cherry on top of her season was getting third place at that show. And so I'm really happy for her that she got third. Like, and I always think she has a great routine anyway. I kind of felt like she was placing lower than I would have placed her. But all that to say is just that, like, you know, Karina's been getting next to last all year. Michelle's been getting top 3 all year. And then at this show, they swap and Michelle misses the Olympia for it. So it's like, Andrea, you just never know. You can come and do your best. And you can be the person, you know, you can come and do your best. And these judges like somebody else better. It is what it is. Happened last year at Arizona Pro. I ranked 5th in the routine round. Danielle Chikalis, I actually don't know how to say her last name. She just won Legion Sports Fest. She got second to last in the routine round. I got 5th in the routine round. I beat her by like 4 rankings. The very next show, she won the routine round and she got second place. And I got last place. It's like the very next show. It was 2 weeks later. So I think for me, just like letting go completely of having any expectation of rankings and just knowing that I'm going to do my best and expecting that I'm going to do my best, like already in 24 hours has released a lot of stress for me. So I'm really happy with the mindset shift here. I'm going to meet with Jacqueline. I already said this. I'm going to meet with Jacqueline this week. Smooth out my routine. So anyway, that's this week. Another video coming Tuesday. Thanks again, you guys, for watching my very long videos. I saw somebody else's road to and it was 8 minutes. I'm like, I'm talking too much. But anyway, thank you guys for watching.